Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about photosynthesis, and photosynthesis is the process used by green plants to convert or change sunlight or light energy into chemical energy that can be used and released later for the organism's activities. Okay, so what you first need is this packet. Okay, and what you can do is you can start coloring the arrows and maybe outlining parts of the leaf if you'd like while you wait for scissors. Okay, and then once you do that, you're going to cut out all the pieces. So once you have all the pieces cut out, you should have 2 leaf pieces and 5 big arrows and 4 small arrows. Okay, you want to start on with this piece. Okay, this is the upper epidermis, and so what you're going to do is you're going to get the upper epidermis arrow. It's a small one, and you want to glue that towards the top part of the leaf where the stem is here. Okay, so right in here, the upper epidermis. Okay, epidermis is like skin, so it's the outer covering of the leaf. Okay. Also on this, we have the veins. Okay, and the veins I've kind of outlined in dark green, and so we're going to glue the veins out here. Okay, again above this dotted line. Okay, now photosynthesis. One of the key ingredients in photosynthesis is water, and so water goes into the roots. Okay, it's kind of like drawn in, sucked in like a straw, and then travels through the stem and then to the leaf veins right here, and then now it's inside the leaf. Okay, and so that is a key ingredient for the glucose that it's going to make eventually. Okay, and so you should find a big arrow. So you have these 2 glued. And feel free to pause anytime that you need to, okay? And you should have a big arrow, and it says water. First word is water, okay? And it says water enters the leaf through the stem from the roots, okay? And so you're going to also glue that arrow. So now we have 3 arrows, and you want to make sure that the arrow is pointing that direction. Okay, so you have 3 arrows glued on the top part of that leaf. Okay, now you're going to take that part and you're going to get your other leaf. Okay, so this is like the inside of the leaf, and see where this is all white, and then you have that dotted line. I just outlined it so that I could see where I was going to glue it. I'm going to glue that piece right on top, so it's going to like lift up like this. Okay, don't forget to pause anytime you need to. Okay, so you glue that, and you have those 3 arrows that are coming out. Okay, so inside the leaf here, we have, I kind of colored them turquoise. Okay, those are stomata. Okay, one is called a stomata. When we have many of them, as you can see, they're called stoma. And those are like mouths, and what they do is they will open and close. They're very small, they're cellular, and so we can only see them with a microscope. And so what they'll do is they open up and they'll draw in air. Okay, and I think I've talked about this in class. So they're going to draw in air, and plants need carbon dioxide. Okay, and so what they're going to do is the carbon dioxide is going to enter through here. So just like our mouths, that's where oxygen enters. Okay, and again, our body like has this reaction where we keep the oxygen and then release the carbon dioxide. So plants do the opposite, is they'll keep the carbon dioxide and release oxygen. And I'll come back to that in a little bit. Okay, so get your arrows, and you want to get the arrow that says stoma, and you want to point it to one of these. Okay, and it's okay if it hangs off the edge. Okay, and what did I just talk about? Carbon dioxide. So you want to get the big arrow, and it says carbon dioxide, and it enters through the stoma, or the stomata. Okay, so you have maybe stoma here, and then it enters in one of those. Okay, so what happens is then there's another piece there. Those big circles with the like 5 extra circles inside, those are the chloroplasts. Okay, so chloroplasts are like the oven, and what they do is they capture the sunlight, okay, and so they're going to heat up. All right, so the stomata, they send the carbon dioxide to the chloroplasts, and of course there's water already in there, and then what's going to happen is the chloroplast is going to like bake it. Okay, it's going to use that heat energy, that light energy, change it into heat energy. It's going to mix it all up, and then that's what's going to create the glucose that the plant needs, and then it's also going to create oxygen. Well, the plant doesn't need oxygen, so the chloroplast says, hey, I don't need this, so it sends it back to the stoma, or the stomatas, and then it releases oxygen back into the air. Alright, so now we're ready for arrows again. So the chloroplast, you want to get the chloroplast, and you want to point to one of these big circles here. Okay. And it's okay if they're upside down, if you have to do it this way. Okay, and what happens in there is energy from the sun. Can't read it backwards. Is absorbed by the chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is a green pigment that's in the chloroplast. Okay, and so you want to make sure you point it to the chloroplast because that's where it's happening. And again, make sure the arrow is pointing to. Okay, because it's being absorbed there. Okay. And what do we have left? We have glucose. Okay. Glucose and oxygen are made in the chloroplast. So you don't have to have these all pointing to the same one. They can be pointing to different ones. Okay. And then the last one, the last big arrow. And oxygen is released through the stomata. Now, this is really key because remember I've been talking about the arrows. The arrows are this one is going to come away because it's being released to help you remember. Okay? And you can just put it kind of in this area where the stomata are. Not on top of the chloroplast. That's only where the glucose is made. Okay? And now you should have your arrow.